So today in the wood yard, we're out here with my buddy Terry and his family logging operation. All his boys and grandkids are out here, not all of them, but a bunch of them. And we're gonna see how it's done.
You see, this was obviously an old road, but they never reopened it.
Right, yeah, this is an old road here. So this is a select harvest area here. You see the trees with the orange paint on, here and there, here. And then back there, if you look, if you can see that tree with the 2 red slashes on it, that's the end of the job. So nothing's getting cut past that. There'll be a red line.
Yeah, about 50 yards from us.
Yeah.
And that one there with the 2 dots on it, there's supposedly supposed to be 2 logs, and there's only 1 dot on it. That's why they have the dots on it.
Yeah.
You know, they...
Yeah, like this one here, they're calling that a log. That's a crappy log, got a big crack in it.
Yeah, you're right, that's 1.
Yeah.
So that's how that goes.
So do you guys do the marking, or
No, the state
forester does it?
This is state forest here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Terry was just saying, like, you look through there, like a couple years from now, all this tops rot down and stuff, you wouldn't even know anybody been in here. It is just, it crumbs up thicker. All these small trees gain growth, and that's why they're thinning it.
It's actually good for the forest.
Oh yeah, and it's good for the deer.
And the animals.
Yeah, and the deer are out here feeding on these tops all night. I mean, there's deer running all over out here.
Yeah. And that's something we were just talking about on the way here. Most people, especially city people, have no concept of how much woods there is, how renewable it is, and how good it is for the forest. Even a clear cut, you get all the new growth and all the animals. They got food. They got. It's good. It's good.
There's a place for all of it. There really is. And you will notice I try to. The boys, they know I'm a stickler for. When we leave an area, I like to see everything standing like this.
Yeah.
I do not like this.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's
bent over crap.
Over.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the way it's supposed to be. When you get in a little area like this with the purple dots,
that's a clear cut
around it.
Yep.
They call them a canopy gap.
Oh, is that what they're calling that?
They call it, and they want the yellow birch and stuff to regen in there, and that's why they do that.
Yeah, that's going to come up thicker here on a dog.
Yeah. This job had 35 canopy gaps, and they're all roughly supposed to be about 1 acre apiece, but these are smaller here.
Yeah, that's not very big.
Yeah, there was 35 of them on this job.
No kidding.
The deer just love this.
Oh God, yeah. You're keeping a lot of deer alive.
Yeah.
Except for the bad part is when the wolves come in.
Yeah.
Because this is where the food is for them.
There's an area that needs to be picked up yet. It's already harvested.
So it's harvested. He'll come skid it.
Has to be picked up. That is a nice log that was harvested here.
So you got a log, and this one here won't make a log because it got the big crack in it, right? And you got 8-foot pulp here, and then you got 16s here. He's got it all sorted, so when the forwarder comes to pick it up, he doesn't have to sort through it.
Right.
So the guy that's laying it down is pre-piling it, so it makes it quicker for him to come pick it up. And here's some firewood.
Yeah.
If we could only get this out of here easy.
Yes.
There's tons of these chunks.
Yes.
Oh my, that's so much firewood, it makes me cry.
Yeah.
And even in the tops.
Obviously the big tree had a crotch.
Well,
in it.
It had a big crotch right there. You can see that's where the crotch was.
Right. And no mill wants that.
No. I'd love it for firewood.
But Kenny would, yeah.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. This area down below will look very nice in 2 years' time.
Yeah. So they're just thinning. It's all they're doing.
That's all stuff, Kenny. You got to remove that because you got to get it out of the way.
Well, and that's freaking ironwood he's taking out now.
Yeah.
Junk.
Right.
I wish ironwood would get bigger. It's really good for
it doesn't.
Well, I have seen some. This big boy, it's rare.
Yeah.
So the way.
Okay, there you go, Chris. You're gonna. That's a decent sized tree. Not real big. He can handle it. He can handle it. That's a pretty good sized tree, though. And he's in a nasty spot there, you know. When you're that's Yeah, see, Braden, he wants to get that tree up here where he's comfortable.
Look at that nice chunk of firewood laying there. Look, it's a great big crotch. But you know, you can't, if I could come out here with a big dump trailer and have these guys skid it out for me, but you know, they can't afford the time to do that either, you know?
And no mill wants that. No mill wants
Nobody
that.
can run that or chip it or peel it.
You're so far from town and so far back in, it doesn't really pay for someone to come in and do it.
No, you just can't. You can't pick it up. You'd have to cut it right here.
Right, unless you're doing it for yourself and you got time and you can dink around,
Yeah,
you know,
like you
getting
throw
it.
a couple chunks on your last skid out and put a pile out by the road.
And some guys do that.
Yeah, some guys do that. I mean, when I worked in the woods, they would do that for me, you know. Okay, so here we are, firewood fanatics. Here they process, I don't know, looks like that's probably 2 trees, I would guess. But you see how gnarly that wood is?
Yeah.
So they're cutting them big crotches out and stuff. So you get, look, nice chunk of firewood here. You got all this nice firewood here, chunks. It's a dirty shame. I mean, that's gonna rot down and go back to the earth someday, but if I could come out here with a little skidder and clean all this up, but you know, we're like a mile off the road
Right.
to get to the road.
But there's hundreds of piles like this in here. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of
and
getting to them.
We're in a very wood-rich area.
Right.
That's why I can't get any money for my firewood where I live. Everybody's got this.
Yeah. And there's lots
We're
of
gonna
it.
go over here and see another one of the boys. This is Derek over here, right?
Yep.
Another one of Terry's sons that's out here. He's got what, 3 sons? 4 sons and
Three sons in the woods and one home.
yeah, and he's got 2 grandsons out here.
So how often do you touch it up?
Maybe once a day, depending if you hit anything.
Yeah.
Just like a chainsaw, depends on what you hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Just a bigger version. Yeah.
It's actually quicker just doing this than taking it off and grinding it at home with the grinder. But if they get licked up real bad.
But you carry extra chains in case you break one of throwing, right?
Right. I don't have one in the machine now. I've had this one on for a while.
But see, Kenny, it sharpens. So what size is that? 5/16. 5/16. So, you know, if I was doing that, I'd have to get my spectacles on.
Just to see it.
Well, he's not 40 yet. So yeah. You don't need them. I think I got glasses when I was 45, and I think I needed them when I was 40.
Oh, really?
It'll happen sooner or later.
So that side's done.
I'll get around. I'll get on the other side here. I just think it's kind of neat that it don't take that long. Done. Yeah. See, that didn't take that long. No.
When they ain't bad, it ain't
It's just
hard.
like sharpening, you know, like I sharpened my saws last night on the tailgate.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't got them all buggered up,
Right. Yeah. They
couple, 2 or 3 strokes, you're done.
Yeah. But if you touch a rock.
You hit rock, well,
hurts,
yeah,
you know.
that's totally different.
Yeah. On the grinder, you can straighten them out.
How long is this bar or chain?
I can't remember how long.
Chain looks like 36 probably, maybe 40.
It's a
24-inch saw box.
Yeah, you can cut down a 24-inch tree. It's the biggest you can cut.
What one thing is worth noting here, see how Travis has everything sorted out here nice? Yep. He has his pulpwood here, he has his logs here, and there's 16s there. Yep. That really speeds up when saves the skidder guy. When the forwarders come.
If you got enough room, sometimes you're limited on room. And it's hard, and then you kind of run it together. But
right.
Or when you cut a log and you think it is, and then it ain't.
Yeah.
You know, are you going to take the time to pick it out and put it in there, or is the forwarder guy?
Right.
So we're going to get some shots of you dropping some trees here.
All right.
We want some dramatic crashes.
You see Braden with that one big yellow bird.
Oh,
yeah, that was a nasty one.
Yeah.
That was an ugly tree.
Yeah. I have a picture of one that was felled here, huge yellow bird. I find it quick.
Oh, is that the one that they were going to put on their
Website.
their website, Futurewood? That is pretty cool.
I wasn't even going to cut it down, but it was huge, and then I made Braden crawl inside.
Nice.
Yeah, get a shot of that. You can get in close to that. Yeah. There you go.
Shaking hand.
Inside the trees.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. I knew exactly what he was doing.
I know you would, but some people, they say he's wasting time. But he's saving.
You're saving the skidder time. So that's Terry's truck. Terry's the old guy that was walking us around the woods, and that's all his sons and his grandsons running the equipment.
So he's got 3 generations working.
Yes, 3 generations. He had a brand new great grandson born yesterday.
Yeah, so they got.
So he'll get out here someday too, maybe.
So what's the deal with the truck? This is the landing, right?
Yeah, this is the landing. This is where they're coming out and they're loading it. This is the truck that Terry drives. So this 16-foot pulp is going over about an hour away from here, and it gets put on a train car, and it's getting shipped all the way to Kentucky. So I can't believe it's going all the way to Kentucky, but that's where this is going.
These are 16-footers.
This is all 16-foot pulp.
That's nice stuff. I would like that in my wood yard.
Oh, that'd be nice to feed a processor with that, yeah. So it's got a long way to go.
Over here, some more.
And this is the same stuff. They're bringing it out here because they're going to load the crib truck here.
Right, this is all hard maple.
Well, no, not all of it. There's some soft maple. There's a yellow birch here. This is soft maple.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain the difference to you, but
Bark's different. I can see.
yeah, but yeah, I can see it. You can see it. Yellow birch, that's obvious.
Yeah.
This is a soft maple here too.
Yeah.
So this is the stuff that doesn't make logs, and what they try to do is get as many 16s out of a tree as they can, and then towards the top they start chopping up 8-footers. And these might be bolts here. I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, these might be bolts for a pallet place. They're kind of ugly bolts, but they're
pretty. You got
they'll make bolts.
hard maple and 2 yellows, right?
Yep. That's a soft maple.
Oh, is this?
That's a soft maple.
Over here.
This is logs. This looks like mostly all hard maple from what I can see.
Go for lumber then, huh?
This is going to get sawed into lumber, yeah. Yeah, this is soft maple. This is soft maple. This is soft maple. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
And then that load down there, well, it's not a load, that pile at 8-foot, that's coming to where I work in a wood yard. That's where all the 8-foot, as far as I know, that's where all their 8-foot hardwood is coming, is to me. He said last week they produced 20 loads of wood, 20 truckloads like this. So they're not doing bad. So it's just 8-foot pulp. There's a real dandy there.
That's a nice pretty one there, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of that grows out here like that.
Yeah. Not a nasty looking one.
You know, what they do is they get the bark off it and it goes into a chipper and it gets into little bitty chips and they make pulp paper out of it. Same thing as with that, but that's going to Kentucky. I can't believe it, but that's where it's going. So here we are. This is a ticket box. What happens here is they got a book of tickets for this job with numbers on them, the name of the sale number, what the name of the sale name is. And there's not a load of wood that leaves here without a ticket going in this box. And then there's a matching ticket, you know, and at the mill they'll take it and it gets all matched up. So this is how they make sure that everything gets paid for. They get paid for every load that leaves here. And so the forester will come here and collect the tickets, I don't know, once a week or whatever other week or something. Like I told you, they said they cut 20 loads last week, left this job. So
that's how they keep track of how much goes, how much gets cut, and so everything is done right.
Right. So yeah, this is a state job here, by the way. So all the counties have ticket boxes and the state has ticket boxes. And some of the private sales have ticket boxes too. I don't know much about that, but they do. It says Terry Foster Trucking on it. It says
and this is grandchildren.
that's all his grandkids there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And see, Travis used to drive this truck. He was one of the guys in one of the processors, but his brother Todd, that's not here today, Todd is now driving this truck. So this is just another load of logs. Looks like hard maple, soft maple, yellow birch. That's kind of what's mostly here.
What's the blue line mean?
That means it's been scaled. They can't haul the logs out until the forester scales them, so they know how much footage, because they got to pay. They got to pay the stumpage, so much per foot. So if they're marked, that means they can haul them because they've been scaled by the forester. If there's no paint on them, you don't move them.
And they get scaled once they're on the truck, not in a pile, right?
Well, they'll get scaled individually at the mill. They'll measure every stick As he unloads, he'll take it and he'll hang it there. Normally there's a guy scaling. Nowadays everything's computer. They got a little thing they just tap numbers onto or however they do it. But they'll do it, see this, they always scale the small end of the log. Like this one here, this is a dinky log. This is only a 30-footer. So it's an 8-foot log, and being that it's only just 10 inches, there's 30 board feet in that tree. That and I can tell you the rest of them, it's been a long time since I dealt with logs. But yeah, that's a 30-footer, so that's like a minimum size. Anything under that doesn't count. So there they are.
There you go. You got to see a logging operation today. We're going to go cut some wood in Kenny's wood yard now. We're finally going to get to do some work today.
Finally.
And you'll see that tomorrow. That's it for today in the logging operation. We're going to head back and do some cutting of firewood, and tomorrow I'm going to be back in the wood yard. You're going to be in the wood yard. You're always in the wood yard. Come on back. It'll be fun. Between now and then, get outside, get cutting.
Good night, Irene.